now passing since the downfall of the Frenemies podcast hosted by Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein, it's very interesting to look into the trajectory of their careers. Trisha has been more quiet as of late, and Ethan seems to be on a constant spiral. Any chance to speak about Trisha, Ethan lights up with joy and throws some attacks her way, and Trisha has not mentioned his name in a while. Trisha has actually managed to stay out of the spotlight, and Ethan is constantly in the spotlight, but whenever he is, it's never for anything positive. But how about we refresh our memories and take a look into how everything between them fell apart, and then we will ask ourselves the question, who seems to be on the better path? Let's get into it.
I think, as far as I know, Trisha's had the baby, so Queen,
she's safe.
My wonderful Queen, you are safe from that hell. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. No, saying I don't think it's fair that, you know, the baby has done nothing. We love the baby. It's family. It's family.
Just stop.
It's family.
Stop.
All right.
Family.
Next topic on
Family.
After Dark
family.
Show.
Family. Stop. Family. I love my family. Oh, wait. AB's got another one for me. What is that?
No, let's move on. Let's move on.
Right,
let's move on.
Wait, you didn't even send it, though.
He did send it, but it doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Where did you send it? I'm looking at Discord.
I'm about to lose it, guys.
Well,
Move
don't.
on.
He didn't send it. He accidentally didn't send it.
Real funny, huh? Let's
We're moving.
All right, Super Mega here. Super Mega. These guys made a tiny stool for.
There's some Ela slander in the chat. Listen,
What?
you guys.
What are they saying?
They're saying I'm controlling. I'm not controlling.
Wait.
This is a family issue that Ethan and I have an agreement on with multiple other people.
Wait, people are accusing you of being controlling because
Yes.
you don't want me to talk about
And
Trisha?
Ethan is
The
just
hell?
not listening to our agreement by talking about it. So,
Well, to be fair, you're the one who conjured her name.
yes, right. But that was in a very
Family.
next topic.
Pretty great.
No comment.
Go ahead, comment. I'm over it. I'm not holding my tongue. I'm tired of it. Why shouldn't I be able to? Should I talk? Can I talk about Trisha? One thing I wanted to say about
Nope.
her. You guys are all going to veto it.
Yes.
I'm under strict orders.
I'm under orders
from my
of-
boss.
really?
From my real boss.
Well, I have a real boss too. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's that
It's
same
not
boss.
fair that I'm not allowed to talk about her. Why am I not? Why the sudden? Oh, I'm gagged. Like I can't talk about her.
Because it just is. I mean, she hasn't been talking about you lately, has she? I don't think so.
No, she
Let's just
hasn't.
move on. Let's just move on.
A while back, I don't think you're doing it with her anymore, but there was that, what's her name, Trish?
That's what I wanted to bring up. You just announced that it's coming back, right?
That was a troll.
Ah,
You,
you got me.
Again, you fighting with her
Mhm.
on the air, like negotiating a deal or not negotiating a deal on the air.
we talked a lot about a lot of stuff and a lot of horrible things transpired. She's married to my brother-in-law.
No.
Which is the craziest thing.
Wait, I didn't know that.
I
That's
did.
kind of what set everything spiraling out of control. My wife's brother they're married and she's pregnant, and it's really sad because, it's never good to be estranged from your family. And it's hard to get into all the details of the shit that went sideways. People online know, but yeah, it was bad and we are not in contact.
Wait, but does your wife talk to her brother?
No. We were all really close with him, and he ended up marrying, Trisha, and everything went off the rails. In case of emergency, guys. All right, here we go. Break glass. Oh, that's a lot. Woo! We are taking it out. Trisha always gone on about how she has an incest kink. Straight up.
Cool.
And once I asked Moses if she ever asked him to pretend like he's Ela, and he said yes, but he refuses. She wants to do incest roleplay with Moses.
Wait, what?
Yep.
I remember that. It was on Frenemies.
Yep. She fucking.
Wait, Moses pretending to be Ela
Yep.
and Trisha pretending to be.
Yeah, wait.
I don't
I'm not
know what
following.
roles or what, but she she has asked Moses to do. She's asked Moses to pretend to be Ela, and he said he thankfully told me he refuses to do that. But she's said many times
You think
she's
he's lying?
I fucking pray he's not lying. But at this point, I really just fucking, I don't want to have anything to do with it. But yeah, so, I mean, messages, and she made a general apology. She apologized to the crew. Look, she said in her video, I'm going to make this apology and Ethan doesn't have to accept it. It's not that I don't accept her apology. It's that I don't want to like gloss over. I don't want to gloss over too much what went down. I mean, it's a lot for me to forgive this fast because this is a person who I considered, you know, family, a close friend, someone I trusted, someone that we were working together with, that I had a very close relationship, someone who I was confiding in. And, you know, as much as I understand that she has like conditions that make, you know, processing emotions hard for her, this is somebody who I perceived as dude, she honestly, without mincing words, was trying to like ruin my life. She was saying everything she could to attack me personally, to attack the business. I mean, she was like liking tweets that were saying I was a racist. And, you know, these things really. And she's like, and like the whole Disneyland thing and digging up all this and like and her sister, which I know it was her sister. She put out that video, but like that, her sister doesn't just put out that video in a vacuum. That's the result of them all talking about stuff. And like, I feel like maybe I'm reading too into it, but I feel like that video her sister put out is the product of like them all circle jerking about what a piece of shit I am. I literally just said it was sad. And then when I saw my mom getting involved, I was like, oh no.
What does mom do? I don't
read it.
care.
Trisha responded.
It's fun.
You called her a weasel. Trisha responded, what you texted Moses is the most evil thing to ever put out into the universe. If I'm a weasel, you are Satan.
Oh my goodness. She thinks I cast a spell on her too.
She said, you are Satan for even putting that energy out there. You're an evil woman to write down what you wrote. It's unspeakable. To put that burden on me the way you did is the worst karma.
Well, I was so upset because of some of the things that she had just said.
Go ahead. Read the tip.
I sent a private message. Moses, if your sister has a miscarriage because of this stress, I will hold you and Trisha responsible. Stop this nonsense. Enough. That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the message didn't catch on fire. It was so horrid.
Now, we all remember how crazy things got with Trisha when she was posting those millions of videos, getting millions of views, feeling herself having a full mental breakdown. Every day she was posting stuff that she thought would hurt Ethan, and you could totally tell she was in a horrible place and just crying in all the videos, and it was honestly really sad to see. But when this was going on, a lot of the fans were actually on the side of Ethan, and they all were just calling her a crazy person.
You have been so mean. Go watch our beginning relationship about Moses and how I'm this awful person. I'm never allowed at your house. He has been so vile. Look at those early clips of them talking about our relationship. He is vile. And yes, he's grown up a lot, but he's a vile person.
To do this on TikTok because I've already posted way too many videos about this subject, but I just want to say and clarify that I'm mentally okay. A lot of people are like, Trisha's manic, and I'm not manic. I've done some impulsive things, and I regret the past 48 hours. Like, I wish it could just all be a reset button and none of this ever happened. But it did, and that can't happen. I haven't felt great. I feel really sick about everything, but I'm mentally stable. I have control over my episodes. I have control over my triggers. I had a manic high for the first time in a long time a couple weeks ago, but this is not a manic low for me. I'm just trying to clarify and rectify things that are being said on the internet. I am not one to run away from issues that people have with me. And I apologize if this comes across as me manic addressing things, because I'm not. I don't want to worry anyone.
Ethan is always chomping at the bit to say anything about Trisha and loves when her name is brought up, but his crew always tries to stop him from saying things. A theory I had back in the day was that Ethan was actually in love with Trisha.
Enemies podcast. Whatever the fuck that is. By the way, Trisha, if you're going to complain about my production quality, you better get your ass. You better, like, if you're going to make a podcast called Enemies, you better fucking, like, get the editor, get the producer, get the sound guy that you said that we needed that was so professional. Like, what the fuck? She canceled the show because our production quality wasn't up to her standards, and she's sitting in an empty room, echoey as fuck, totally unedited. It's dog shit. I mean, the quality is dog shit. I'm not making a value judgment on what she's saying. I'm just saying, if you're going to quit the show because the production's not up to your quality, you better fucking step it up. I'm done. That's it. Bye.
It's not hard to see that Hila and Ethan are not the most sexual couple. They definitely do not put off that vibe. And when Trisha came around, there was an excitement in Ethan that has been lost ever since the show ended. There's a possibility that Ethan was in love with his wife's brother's girlfriend, who ultimately became the wife. And Ethan has been wrecked ever since. You can see in the way that Ethan carries himself. He seems severely depressed and just lives a life that is ultimately unhealthy and unhappy. But the most obvious way to see who's doing better is just to take a look at their content and see what's going on in their life and see what kind of stuff they're putting out into the world.
To leave this channel abandoned because, like, this is like my home. This is my safe space. This is my place where I just, like, I feel like you can always find me. Like, this is where it all started, right? Social media, everything. Like, this is like home for me. So it may not be as strong as like my other channels at ASMR are going strong, or it may not be as like fulfilling to me as like my family channel, which is like my daughter now and my husband, which is like my life, my world, my everything. But it's just like my little, it feels like my little bubble, like for myself, my little diary, my little journal, like kind of through everything, through like the trolling and the negativity and all this stuff throughout the years, drama. Like, I do feel like I've always tried to have like positive messages in there somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I really gained momentum on this channel, like at the beginning with body positivity, right? Like, because I had to be better for me. I thought I was trying to be better for him, but I like surpassed that. I started like truly bettering myself, and it wasn't a facade. It wasn't temporary. It wasn't all, it was like, oh, now I'm better for me and ultimately better for my daughter. And I'll tell you what, if that journey that I just explained, and then the spiritual enlightenment and all that, you know, if that was like a letter and I'm put it in an envelope and it's going to be like sealed forever, like my daughter like really just swooped in. She was like the ultimate savior right there, because that just like signed, sealed, delivered it, that like there's no going back to that old Trish. There's no going back, because I went through this process. I went through literal hell and back with all these demons.
So Trisha puts out stuff like that, but then Ethan's doing stuff like this.
They start rounding up the Jews again. I hope Ben gets gassed first. I have depression. I'm medicated for that shit. 20 milligrams Lexapro every fucking day. My dick feels like a piece of wood. Like I have no sensation in my penis. Side effect. And I'm fat, by the way. Also a side effect. Is Hobie here saying that I have gamma male rage against alphas like Joe Rogan, by the way, who literally... Is Joe Rogan an alpha? I mean, dude, what are we talking about here? I'm not... The dude is so insecure. His nipples are like the size of the Eiffel Tower because he pumps himself so full of human growth hormone and testosterone because he can't handle the thought of aging appropriately.
They won the Nobel Prize.
Yeah, I mean... I mean, his blood might have more alpha brain in it than actual, like, red blood cells.
Message didn't catch on fire. It was so horrid.
You compare the type of content that Ethan is making to what Trisha is making, it's very clear to see that when it just comes to their mental state, that Trisha is in a much better place than Ethan. Ethan is always just putting stuff out into the world that is super negative, attacking people, doing stuff on purpose to get himself canceled so then he can go and attack cancel culture, because he always gets told that he's a leader of cancel culture, so he always wants to prove his point of like, look, they come after me. And it's like, you do shit knowing that you're gonna get fucking canceled for it, or get your Twitter taken, or get your wife's Twitter taken like you just did recently. When I see someone behaving like that, it makes me just think that they're obviously looking for reactions, and they're looking for attention because something ain't right in their life. And you know, I honestly hope that Ethan can get back to a place where he's making content like he used to and be the person he used to be, because honestly, he used to make really great content, and my girlfriend has a lot of Teddy Fresh clothes, so she doesn't wear them anymore because it's fucking embarrassing how they behave, but she still has them. But honestly, it is great to see that Trisha's in such a good place, because I used to think she was the fucking craziest person ever, but to see the kind of shit she's made with her, just the progress she's made with having her kid and being married, and just, you can tell when she talks that like, yo, there's actually like a normal person who's fucking saying those words, and usually when she speaks, you're like, yo, who is this crazy ass bitch? But anyways, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and see you again soon. Yee!
Message didn't catch on fire. It was so horrid.